Boards in that quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. Things finally started to click for them in the second quarter as they battled all the way back to tie this game up at the break. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
Over to Kenny. What'd you think about Detroit?
Efficiency, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Back in a moment from the Amway Center. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. Our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 17 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
I thought Kyrie Irving made the biggest impact for them in the first half. In today's NBA, you want scoring from the point guard position, Ernie. Irving provides instant offense.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
That's it for now, as the second half's just about ready to go.
They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word. The chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Al Horford.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone. Already a double-digit advantage. The Bucks on top. They lead by 11. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 15 points, 3 block shots, and 1 steal. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
The Greek super freak making his presence felt. A frame built for the game of basketball. With his length and athleticism, there's nothing he can't do. That's right, Ernie. 6'11" point guard. Wow.
Kenny, let's get your insight on the Timberwolves.
They're being far less aggressive than they ought to be. The free throw differential is huge right now. It's threatening to determine the outcome of the game. So they have to get into the lane and challenge defenders to make them try to stop you.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Inspired defense giving up very few easy points. Back right after this. Our broadcast for Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
Slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you gotta use it.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for San Antonio. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll take a quick...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken?
Ken, as we break down the action. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out a little bit in the second half.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is O-V-A. Over.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Sounds. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Of our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Gonna do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone. We'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime report. Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He ended up with 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 block. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Portland.
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the board. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
By 2 from Portland. We're back in a moment.
Out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.